Alrighty. I'm hoping that it's healthy. Oh my gosh, so much stuff. Ah, go back.
Hey everybody.
Oh my gosh, so much stuff happening. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm just working on some video editing right now, guys. So give me 1 second, I'm right back. I need to turn something off. Ooh. I'm back. So yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm just working on some video editing for the History of Yu-Gi-Oh series right now, guys. So I can see all your chats and everything here. I just don't know why it's not logging in. But yeah, I can see everybody's messages up here. But I'm just trying to work. This is for the History of Yu-Gi-Oh series, if you guys don't know. And I'm bored. You know, I'd rather talk to you guys than do things. Hey, Foxbox, how you doing, man? Doing pretty good here. I'm hoping the connection seems to be doing good. So I'm happy about that. So let's add a marker. Let's see here.
So guys.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta turn the volume down a little bit. It's too loud.
Guys, we are now going to cover the different cards.
That's too much. Let's go back here.
So guys.
Okay, add marker. This is what I have to do for video editing. It's not fun. Cut region. Yeah, add, apply changes. Take, yeah. Do. Hey, Mike, how are you doing, man? What are you up to today? What's going on the other side of the pond? Let's see here. Then we'll go back to splicing. Yeah, so I'm just going to be working on video editing for the next hour, guys. I do apologize if I bore you. If you guys have any questions, man, any questions at all, hit me up in the chat. I can just talk to you guys as I'm working on stuff here. Ooh, so people have been asking me about this, about the new Chaos, Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon, how to play it, how we can play it, how we can use it officially. And the best way I've come up with, like, trying to figure out a way of using it is the ratio a lot of people run is running 2 Chaos Max right now. So 2 Chaos Max, because you can add it back to your hand through White Stone of the Ancients and everything. Do that. Hang on.
In Yu-Gi-Oh! Histories, they came out of this set, a lot of those. So now, guys, we are now going to go over and talk about the decks after in June and July 2003.
Add marker. Add a flag. I'll talk about the new Chaos Max here in a second. Just give me a second to edit this here. So what I was trying to say is most Blue Eyes Chaos Max decks run 2 of the original Blue Eyes Chaos Max, which is normal. What you could do, and something I've been playing around with in my mind, I haven't play tested it online, is running 2 OG Blue Eyes Chaos Max and then running 1 of the new one. Because you can easily add it back to your hand and everything. And the builds that I played with, even with just 2 Chaos Max, you ran 2 of the Chaos Max Ritual, which you couldn't search out, and 2 Advanced Ritual. So you still have the ability to go for either one, depending upon the situation. It just gives a little bit more versatility to the deck. But that's just my thoughts on the new Chaos Max form. Boop, 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 boop. Hang on. Those are just my 2 thoughts on it. I don't know why I just did that. But, yep. Edit. Let me open up the chat thing again. Are you editing again? Did you freeze? Nah. Structure Deck Power Code link I'm hoping to get. That I've heard is actually pretty good. The Structured Oak Power Code link. Yeah. I mean, it'll be probably the, because what? It's going to have the vanilla one that points 2 down, I think. And that Structured Deck, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, that is. But, yeah. I believe that has the vanilla one that's just like 2 monsters and it has 2 arrows pointing down for like a 1800 beat stick, which is nice. That means you can make it out of anything and open up your field. That will be useful as long as you're not able to make generic things. So like the element cards, like your Mrs. Radiant, your Starboy, and all the other ones, those will be used if your deck can make them. But if they can't, you easily have this level 2 that you can go into, which is really nice to have actually in the game. But let me open up the chat again so I can read people's chats again. Yeah, but I'm just editing right now. I got an hour and about an hour or so that I can edit for you guys. So that's what I'm trying to do. Make it big. Make it big. Why are you not being bigger? Yeah, that's fine. I don't know why it's doing this. Move to the side here. I can read your chats, but it's weird. Okay, yeah, that's not what I wanted. I will figure this out eventually. Maximize, right? Let's see here. Do you think it's the new Link Monster? Well, yeah, it's the new vanilla one. You know, Mike, I actually got into a car accident. The Mercedes. Well, actually, I got in a car accident about 3 days ago. The guy rear-ended me. He was driving a Porsche, and let's just say he got the worst of it because he went under. My car's off the ground, my Acura, and he went underneath. He smashed my tailpipe, and my bumper got messed up, but his entire car got destroyed. He thinks it could be considered totaled. Literally, he got the worst of it. Oh, and thank you, Mike. I thought that was something. I heard something. I was going to say thank you, Mike, man. I did get the intro, so I actually got it for this month's History of Yu-Gi-Oh episode. So let me make sure. Whoop! You saw nothing. You saw nothing there, people. Let me exit this down a little bit. The new Link, yeah, it's supposed to be the new vanilla Link monster is going to be coming out in that Power of the Code Duelist set. That's what I've been told, I believe. Random YouTube. Where's the History of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff? History of Yu-Gi-Oh Part 2, right? Yeah, that's it. Alright. It's fine, man. I don't think it will be. Nobody even watches me on Twitch. 2 seconds. Woo. Shoot me. Let's see here. What are the cards that I need? Let's see. Listen to myself talk.
Guys, we are now going to cover
the Legacy of Darkness
cards that came out in June 2006. And then we are actually going to go look at the Yu-Gi-Oh decks that came out after this set got released.
Right.
And the set we're going to be looking at, the main series set that we're going to be looking at is Legacy.
Yeah, it was Legacy of Darkness. Okay. So Legacy of Darkness. Thank you, Mike, for watching me on Twitch. Yeah, because I'm able to stream now on Twitch and on YouTube, which is nice. This Legacy of Darkness. That was such a good dang set, actually. Okay, look away from your screens. Oh, these aren't bad. I'll just put it in here. April 2003. Save. That one's too messed up. That one's too weird. We'll keep the pack. We'll keep the pack picture too. So this is what I have to do all the time I'm doing video editing. You guys don't think I do video editing. I put all my time into doing these History of Yu-Gi-Oh series.
Dark. Yes, I love that name. Legacy.
Okay, so let me see. Let me get my paper out that has all the list of the cards I'm doing for the Legacy of Darkness set. Let's see here. Last payment. Lindsay. Ah, okay. Let's look this up. So when you find that face, it's perfect. Captain Cooper, hello man, how you doing? I am half tempted to go back to editing for you. Watching this is painful. Mike, I would love it if you went back and helped me editing. I really could use it. This is literally what I do all the time. I have to learn. I've learned how to do it just for this series. Yugioh. Oh, we gotta put the secret up. This is what I do all the time, Mike. It takes up so much of my time. Can Yugioh return? Well, it still hasn't returned yet. Yugioh, I mean, if you're able to get it off the effect, whew, that's a game-changing thing in today's game. Be like, oh, you can't draw. Aeronite Parshaft. No, we don't want the synchro. I actually want a hollow Aeronite Parshaft. I don't own one. I never had one, actually. Music. April. There we go. Injection Fairy Lily. Injection Fairy Lily. If you guys got any more questions, hit me up. I don't mind talking as I'm doing this. It's usually 30 minutes, Mike. Like my footage that I'm doing for editing, like it's usually about 30 minutes. The footage is now. I've got it toned down to about 30 minutes, but it's broken down into segments. So you have a 10-minute segment usually in the beginning, a 8-minute segment in the middle, and then you have a 10-minute segment at the end. So really, you only, even though it's 30 minutes, you're only editing about 20 minutes of footage, and cut that in half because there's going to be parts where you're not going to be editing a lot. So you're only editing about 15 minutes usually of footage. That's how much you're usually editing. Dang, that looks cute. I should put that in my video. We need to put a cute picture of Injection Fairy Lily. Ooh, which one should we use? Which one should we use? What the heck? That's just creepy. That's a dude dressed up as Injection Fairy Lily? What? What does the world come to, man? Save this picture. We'll use it. I love the card too much not to. So majestic. And then we'll get an artwork of the secret. Yeah. I like that. Let's see here. What's next up on the list? Ooh, Fiber Jar. That card was so broken. Fiber Jar. How can I make this bigger? Chaos Emperor and the new Dark Armed Dragon, are they good to use now? You know what? We'll talk about that in a second. Actually, that's a good topic to discuss about Michael. That's actually a good topic to talk about that. I'm going to go get some water. I'll be right back and we'll talk about that actually. Alright, I'm back now. So, the Chaos Dragon is pretty good, I think, actually. Like, it's pretty decent. That face. The Chaos Dragon's actually pretty decent to some degree. I've seen it be played. I know Lithium was testing it out and everything, but it seems to have a place. Like, it could be used in the meta. It's the best out of all the new dragon variations, I feel like. That's what I feel like, actually, overall. But the other ones, like the Dark Arm, it's okay. Like, the Trish Fusion is the worst. I was very disappointed of how bad they were. Like, really disappointed. I was hoping for them to at least be, quote-unquote, decent. You know, at least. Like, I would want to use these in a deck. Not the Chaos Emperor Dragon is the most busted one out of all of them, which is so ironic considering that is probably one of the better cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Without its errata. But that's just my 2 cents on that. Love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. What do you think of the new Chaos Emperor Dragon stuff? But yeah. Let's see here. My bad. Tyrant Dragon. Ooh, Marauding Captain. I forgot Warrior Toolbox came out in this set. That was such a good thing. Marauding Captain. Yeah, Marauding Captain was such a good card. Back in the day. Like, very good card. Used to use this in so many decks, and I still use it to this day in a couple of fun decks, just for fun, mind you. Marauding Captain, you know, Kagasuchi. See here. Kagasuchi. Oh yeah, Spirits came out too. Forgot about that. Let's see here. That'll work. I actually picked these up out of a binder recently for my Spirit deck. Oh, I see. Trying to think here what else we can talk about as I'm editing here. You know, Kagasuchi. Last turn. I'm just really interested to play Brandish when that comes out. I'm just hoping it's not too expensive. Like, if it's $150 to play, I'll play the deck. But, you know, $200 maybe even. But I really want to play. Ooh, Yamata Dragon. Last turn's broken. Yamata Dragon. That was just a cool artwork of this card. Yamata Dragon. It's just such a weird card. I don't remember ever. I remember some people playing it back in the day, but there really wasn't a lot of people playing Yamata Dragon. Dark Beta the Terrible. That was a good metamorphosis target. Bolter the Terrible. Ooh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Dark Bolter the Terrible. Good super. I remember I used to pick these cards up out of bulk for like 10 cents, and now they're like $4, $5 a piece. Oh, how the times have changed. Oh, Fairy Tale? Well, that's actually something interesting. Like, I want to build that deck. I really want to build Fairy Tale. That's something. It's going to be fun to play around with, actually, when that archetype comes out. I think we're going to get more Fairy Tale cards, though. I don't think we're done getting all the Fairy Tale cards. I mean, that and Valkyries, because Valkyries got announced, which is awesome. And they're going to have Mischief of the Time Maiden. That's probably going to work with the Valkyrie archetype. I mean, probably it's not going to be as good as it was in the quote-unquote anime, and I'm not expecting it to be. But as long as it's decent, I want to play those two decks. The Valkyries. I was actually, speaking of Valkyries, I was actually listening to the March of the Valkyries, which is just very classical music. I listen to that from time to time. And I was actually, in about the same day that they announced that Valkyries were going to get reprinted in like a not Battles of Legends set, but more of like a Duelist pack set, Duelist pack 3 I think we're getting, whatever the new Duelist Battle City set is, which I'm interested to see what other cards going to be in there, because the Blue Eye stuff is going to be in there, Valkyries are going to be in there. I'm really excited for that, believe it or not. But Fairy Tales, that's going to be a fun deck. I'll build that. That shouldn't be too expensive to build, hopefully. But Brandish, Fairy Tale, all the archetypes coming out with Brandish, like the Fur Hire, Brandish, the Vampires. I want to build those 3 decks. Fairy Tale, I mean, get all the stuff for my Time Lord deck that I already have and all that stuff. Valkyrie, I want to build Valkyries. Brandish is probably going to be the most expensive of all of those, though. But I will build that deck. I am... You don't know how much I want to build that deck. Just because I've been automatically attracted to it the moment I saw the deck. I was like, I'm building this deck. I just like the artwork. I like the archetype. It just screams for me to play it. Plus, I think she's very attractive. Oh, Rhoda came out of this set. Reinforcement. No, reinforcement of the army. But yeah. Fairy Tale Invoke. I mean, that could be a thing. I'm hoping Invoke actually get reprinted in the Battles of Legend. I am really hoping for that, Mike. Horned Dragon with the spell card can bring out. They have not made a Diamond Horn. Oh yeah, that was a thing. Oh, I got it for free. My editing software. I'm just using VSDS. I mean, Mike's been trying. Mike, who's on Twitch right now, he's been trying to get me to use Sony Vegas, but that stuff is just so complicated for me to understand. I don't understand Sony Vegas. I tried it. This I'm used to. This is what I originally started practicing with video editing software, because I can just edit, splice, cut, just basic stuff. Like, I'm not a great video editor person by any means. I'm probably the worst out of all the YouTubers out there. But people always ask me, Seto, why don't you use video editing in all your videos? And I'm like, because A, I don't have a lot of time on my hands. Emergency provisions, my bad. I don't have a lot of time on my hands. And number two, I put all of my effort that I do have time into editing these type of videos. These long, you know, takes me a month to edit history of Yu-Gi-Oh episodes. That's where all my video editing goes to. That's where all my efforts go to. I'll probably edit some more videos like top 10s and stuff like that. You know, that's easy to do. But when you talk about really editing and posting and cutting and splicing and putting things together, I only do that for one video a month, which is this, you know, the history of Yu-Gi-Oh series. And that's why I don't do thumbnails anymore, really. Like, I find some decent thumbnails, I'm like, okay, this looks nice, put it on a video, I don't care. Move on with my day. If somebody complain to me and I'll change it, but I'm not going to. You know, if you're nice about it, I'll change it, but I'm just too busy all the time. There's more important things in my life to matter about. Like, I'm trying to move into a new place, and when I move into a new place, I'll probably be able to stream at least once a week. That's my hope. Or now that I'm working at this place right now, my hope is that at least once a week, starting probably after next week, we can do video editing. Well, not video editing, excuse me, but just do streaming for maybe an hour or so a week. That is my continuous hope to do, actually. So I'm hoping, because this connection has seemed to be good for everybody. Has the connection been good for just about everybody that's watching me, I guess, right now? If it is, just please let me know. But if it is, I mean, we'll probably continue to do more streaming at least once a week on Saturdays or Sundays, most likely, for the foreseeable future. Because I'm doing this, I can probably do them at like Fiend Comedian. Give me a second, guys. We can probably do them like for like an hour and a half, you know, just here and there, so we can just enjoy. Oh, by the way, this is the OCG artwork. I'm going to save this. I forgot that was the OCG artwork they had there. Let's see here, Fiend Comedian, Freed the Mattress General, ATCH. The Matchless General. Let me see here what you guys talk about. What is your opinion about the new Galaxy Eyes counterpart or number 38? What's the effect of that card? I don't know it yet. What's the effect of number 38? My apologies, I do not know what that does. I do not know the effect of that card. What does number 38, the Galaxy Eyes card, do? Second coin toss. I would love to know what that effect does. Azura Priest? Magic Reflector. I actually want that card. Oh, not Magic Reflector. I was thinking something else, a different card. Oh, hey, man. How you doing? The new guy set does the same, but it's for monsters. Oh. I mean, that's not a... It's not super bad. It's probably decent. I haven't seen it, though, yet. I have not seen the card effect for the new Galaxy Eyes, but it probably can be played in Blue Eyes, I'm assuming. So, in that case, it's probably, you know, a good card to try out if you're playing, like, standard Blue Eyes White Dragon. Magic Reflector. Almost done here, guys. Almost done. The Warrior. Turning alive. Such a good card back in the day. Bad reaction to Samoji came out in this set too. Forgot about that with Nurse Burn and Burn dot decks. I forgot what Samoji was played into. What decks it was played in. Bad reaction to Samoji was played in. This card right here, I forget. What is this? Shared. I don't know what that card is, but it looks beautiful. You played yourself. Oh my gosh. Random cards you find online. It's too funny. Too funny. Then it'll probably work in Blue Eyes. The Galaxy card will then. I mean, there's different versions. Well, I mean, the new Chaos Max, like I was talking to people earlier about this. Most Chaos Max players I know, we play DOS of the OG 4000 Chaos Max, right? Most of us do that out there. So there's some very good combo plays that you can do with the new Chaos Max in Tangent if you're able to get the old Chaos Max out and that monster out going second. You can potentially kill your opponent. Okay? Now, here's the question. How many of each do you run, if at all? So from playtesting in my mind and online a little bit recently, I like the ratio of running 2 Blue Eyes Chaos Max, the old one, and 1 of the new one. Number 2, the reason for this is because for the versions that I've played, I run 2 Chaos Form and 2 Advanced Ritual Art in the deck. The fact that if I just have Advanced Ritual Art and a Chaos Form in my hand, or if I have a Manju, a Chaos Form, and an Advanced Ritual Art in my hand, you know, these different ratios, I can easily go Chaos Form, Blue Eyes Chaos Max. Excuse me, the original Blue Eyes Chaos Max, then the new one. And the fact that both of those can be searched out through Melody of the Awakened Dragon means I can easily search them both out. So I can go activate Melody, add OG Chaos Max, add the new one, or add Alternative or Blue Eyes, you know, depending upon the situation, and just go off into rituals a lot more. So it's using the Blue Eyes Chaos Max engine efficiently, with just adding a new little toy that you can play around with as your 3rd ritual monster. And you can easily add it back to your hand through using Rightstone of the Ancients. So you can have technically 2, but you're only running 1, and it's a searchable target through Melody of the Awakened Dragons. Yeah, I like it as a 1-of. Some people are probably going to try running it as a 2-of for that, and a 2-of Chaos Max. I wouldn't be surprised if Team Samurai, knowing Sam, he's going to run 2 of each. Me, I'm probably going to run 2 Chaos Max and 1 of the new one. That's just my thoughts on it. Yeah, we can do that, Mike. I'll Skype you in a second. Baby Little Crawler, hello, man. How you doing? I got 1 band card. I'm gonna call you up now, Mike. We can talk. Second, okay. Yeah, call me Mike, man. We'll do some Skyping. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Battery action.
What's up, man?
Hey, man. I don't know why it keeps ringing. It's hurting my ears. There we go.
I don't know either.
I know.
Been a while.
It has been a while, man. How you been doing?
I've been okay.
So if you guys don't know who this is, we should introduce him. This is Mike Tolley. He's been my quote-unquote video editor for many years.
Well, I helped with like 2 videos. Well, I helped with more than 2 videos.
You literally spent, I think, a month doing each. But
No. I got them done pretty quickly. It was just one of them was just writing my ass like, there's this many images I need to input in this very quick window because you go over everything kind of quickly and you want transition on them all. Timing will be fun for me. So I was just like, I'm taking a break from this, and then I didn't go back to it for like
I wonder if that and doing the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament that made you so tired, sick of Yu-Gi-Oh. That's why you quit. I was half wondering that sometimes. Actually.
No. So I quit the game because I just don't go to locals, and I just keep buying cards, and I kept having fewer and fewer people to play with. So I was just like, why am I even playing this game at this point? My locals is basically toxic, and I have no one to play with. Why am I buying cards?
You have me. I'm a million miles away.
You live in Virginia, right?
Yeah, Virginia.
Yeah, you're that's East Coast, so you're like you're like 3,500 miles away from me. Wait, how far from Virginia is New Jersey? How many miles?
It's not that far. It's about an hour and a half ride.
Okay, well, I know New Jersey is 3,324 miles away, so we'll just...
I know is I'm only 25 minutes away from the capital, 20 minutes away without traffic. So from the capital of the United States, D.C. I'm in Northern Virginia, so it's different. It depends when Virginia where I'm at, technically.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I know, like, who's around me. I'm trying to think of what So DP Yu-Gi-Oh lives up in Baltimore. I've met him before. And then to the south of me in North Carolina, if he's still there, he used to live in Virginia, is Mega Capital G. He lives to the south of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, those are the only 2 like other like East Coast YouTubers that I actually know like that are prominent necessarily anymore. Like everybody's out in Cali. Everybody's out in Cali, Oklahoma, and Texas, and Louisiana. Like that's where everybody else is. We're the only like East Coast ones, and then you have the Midwest. But like for the East Coast, I'm kind of surprised there's not as many as there are in like out west apparently. But yeah, there's more people out in California than there is in Virginia and whatnot.
Yeah, you have Simo down in Las Vegas.
Oh, he's in Las Vegas? I didn't know. I didn't
yeah,
know
he's in Nevada, man.
I had no idea he's out that way.
Yeah, he's PST time, so he's 8 hours behind me. So whenever he would upload a video, it's like borderline midnight for me, if not 1 a.m. Mm-hmm. So it would just be I wake up, watch his video, and go off to college or whatever. Like, occasionally I'd be lucky, and he'll do an early upload. It's like, oh, thank God I can watch Simo. Instead of, like, his next day upload being, like, 2 days for me.
Yeah.
So, it's like, oh, cool, you do daily uploading. Oh, but it's basically every 2 days for me. Okay.
I never knew that Yusei summoned Exiled Force.
Yeah.
That was a thing. And when he was in jail. When he was a... prison bitch.
Yep, and then he sent 2 trap cards, and the lights went off, and he swapped them around because he knew they were using the cameras to watch him.
Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. I remember that episode. That was so many years ago. What
Here's
a
the thing.
question.
Here's the thing. I remember very fucking little about 5Ds, but I remember that for whatever reason.
Oh, it's 10 p. Wait, I have somebody saying right now, Jamie's like, it's 10:35 for me right now.
Yeah, it's
And
10:36
yeah,
p.m. in the
he lives in Wales. And then we got
oh
another guy saying I'm in Texas, and it's like everyone is in Cali and West Coast. That's what it feels like. Like the only people in Texas I know, like you got Yugioh No, who's in Texas, and then you got like Team APS in Louisiana. I actually had a person that just moved to my area who plays Yu-Gi-Oh, and he's like, oh yeah, I know those guys. They actually he went to the same college as them and everything. He actually knew them. They went to the same locals, so he was telling me all about them and how like they were and how nice of people they were. So I was like, oh, that's cool. That's really awesome. I never knew that. Because like I haven't really met like the only people I've ever met before is I met Mega Capital G like 3 years ago, like 4 years ago. Back when remember when we got Dark Matter Dragon, like and we had that Dragon Rulers, like there was like one regionals that was playing it that weekend.
oh
It was
Jesus
legal for.
Christ!
That was my
Like,
regionals. That was
It
my
took
regionals.
me it took me a moment to work out who the hell Dark Matter Dragon was, and then you said Dragon Ball. It was like, oh right, that deck Olympia Yo really wanted to play, and he got to play it for like one day, and then the Dragon Balls are
Yep.
all banned.
Well, see, my regionals that I had that weekend down in Fredericksburg, which is literally like 10 minutes away from my house, like that was actually legal. Mine was the only thing in the entire like world that was legal with that format, and we actually got to play. So the top 5 decks of that day were those, Dark Matter dot decks. It was weird. That was so long ago. Like I met him there because he was there for that event. And then about a year prior to that, back in, what was it, 2014, 2015, I met DP Yugioh, but that's before everybody knew who he was. That's back when he was like on that other guy's channel, Team Yugioh, whatever his name was back then. He was like really...
Your Yu-Gi-Oh channel?
Yeah, that was back when he was on there. Like nobody knew who he was. That was before he had his own channel. Like he was out there doing videos in front of a tree. People forget that. He was actually like at a bus station doing them outside of the next to a tree.
I remember when you used to go outside and record videos by the lake on the pier.
Oh, that was so awesome. I loved it. I still could do that actually, technically.
And then there were times where you would be like in a forest or whatever, doing a Q&A, or you were updating people about why you haven't been on because of your
My dad,
dad,
yeah.
And you were in a forest. I'm just like, at least you have good lighting.
It's natural lighting.
The location completely random.
Do you remember that when I was doing them in the snow?
Yes.
I'm the only person that's probably ever done like a Yu-Gi-Oh video in a blizzard.
You upload like 2 videos of you traveling somewhere in the snow with your girlfriend and
that was just fun doing that.
and trying to get on camera, but
Well, I'm still with her. So.
I'm aware. Like,
Oh,
you don't post on Facebook, but whenever your girlfriend posts and she tags you in it, I get a notification on my friends list. Like, I'll click on my friends thing, it'll say one new post by Kevin Rogers. I'm just like, okay, what's the post? Oh, he's just been tagged by his girlfriend and there are pictures from them going out to lunch. Okay.
Yeah, I never post on Facebook anymore. It feels like my girlfriend posts more than I do on my own page. Like I post like a little bit, like here and there, like once in a blue moon. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
Ever since like we had the elections over here about a year ago, I'm just like I gave up on Facebook. I was like everybody was just like posting about political stuff, and I just said I'm out. Like,
Let's not turn this stream into politics
God,
because
no,
I could go on about my UK politics. I really could.
I know.
Like, I don't know how much you keep up on my Facebook.
I do love
but,
the Prime Minister's hairdo.
Yeah, but I don't know how much.
Interesting hair. I've seen his hair before. That's the only thing I know about him. But.
You're on about gonna assume you're on about Boris Johnson.
Yes, him. His hairdo.
Yeah, the mayor.
He's a mayor? I thought he was the Prime Minister.
No, the Prime Minister is Theresa May. She's the female version of Trump.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's who it is. Okay. That's
generally, based on the current state of the world,
okay,
from
no politics, no more. I don't want to. I do not turn this to politics like you said. I'm going to cut it off too. But no, like I'm trying to think of old stuff. I remember doing it in the snow. I've done it in the woods. I've done it This sounds weird, like I'm talking about places that had sex.
I was literally gonna say that.
That is rude.
Can your stream seriously tell that we're guys by the fact that our minds immediately went to sex when you started saying that?
Oh, I know. In 2002 Yu-Gi-Oh, there was like pre-goat format. Oh yeah, in 2003 there was pre-goat format. Somebody say I didn't know Yu-Gi-Oh happened before 2003. Oh, there was Yu-Gi-Oh back before 2003.
The game got power. Here's the thing: the game got power crept really quickly back in the day.
Okay, this is what happened. If you remember when we were looking at the OCG, it went from what Hitatsumi Giant to the next set being Celtic Guardian was meta for a week or two, and then they brought out Rogue Doll, and then in the same set they brought out 17 beaters and 18 beaters and 19 beaters.
Yeah.
In 6 months, we went from 12,000 being the standard attack to 19,000 being the standard attack in the OCG.
Yeah.
Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Power
it's like
happening forever.
It's like with GOAT format, there was a 2-week period at the end of it.
Cyber Dragon was the
Yep.
People
but even though Cyber Dragon is technically GOAT, everyone refused to play it because you can't get over a 2100 beater.
Well, it's also because, like, I'll say this, like, it completely changes GOAT format.
Here's the thing.
It completely changes.
If I knew how to play GOAT, I would be that one deck who would run Cyber Dragon in their deck just in preparation for, oh, we're playing GOAT format at a legal tournament. Sick. Summon Cyber Dragon? That's not GOAT. Actually, 2-week period right at the end of it, before a ban list and basically an ally GOAT. This was legal. This is technically GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, technically, yeah. Like, but also, like, because some people I know play it, even though it came out as a promo for the Cybernetic Revolution set, I think it was. What was it? Chainmaster? Do you remember that card? Pay 1,000 life points for a card out of your opponent's hand when this card is destroyed.
No.
Look up Chainmaster. It's Amazon's Chainmaster.
Oh, right, that thing. Okay.
That stupid thing. I was thinking about playing it when I was doing my Amazon deck profile, but I was like, this is too gimmicky nowadays.
I'm going to quickly check Dueling Book and see if they've updated the Fairy Tale cards.
Please let me know. I want to know this.
If so, you need to make Fairy Tale invoked.
If I have the invoke cards, I don't have them. I have everything but the.
You can make it on DN, not DN, DB. DN got shut down.
Yeah, go back to our unused site.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. Oh, also, Black Wings. Once we get Witchling Apprentice, they're fucking lit. Just saying.
Witchling Apprentice.
Witchling Apprentice. Apprentice Witchling. It's the generic Link to Dark.
Oh, I have no idea.
The wonderful, Witch Apprentice or whatever it is. It's one of the 6 that they're remaking into Link monsters. You know, like how we got Apprentice Witchling. Black Wings are fucking lit with this.
It's the dark one, right? Compared to the light one.
Yeah.
That would definitely help Black Wings, though. They need that.
I know. I've been testing it, surprisingly, and it's fucking lit. Thing is, because I've just like not been in the game, I just kind of have no idea what links you even run besides like Eco Talker, Borload, and Sayuja. Outside of that, I'm clueless.
Did you hear that they came out with a new heraldic Link monster?
Wait. Are you actually being serious?
Yeah, it's called It Didn't Happen. I'm such a bad liar. Yeah, they didn't come out with it. But there's a way. I've been working on a new build, though, like I told you, of that deck.
I want to fly to America right now and slap you for that. I am not kidding.
Hello.
Are the Fairy Tales on here?
Earlier this morning, and I got my lifeguard dude. I left it in the office in the lifeguard.
Oh, I had no access to that.
No access?
No, I don't have any access. I only work for the tennis people.
Okay.
So I don't have no keys for that. Yeah. I'm still at work at the moment because we're about to shut down for the day.
Dude. They have the Fairy Tale cards on DB.
Do you think they're going to come out with more of them, by the way?
I'm trying to think what what from here is missing from the anime?
Let's see if anybody knows what's missing in the anime. Let's see here. Yeah, I agree with. It's still pretty good legacy support. Yeah, the Darkness Metal Dragon Link. What's the effect for that thing? I forget.
I'm now trying to find glass slippers. Where's the glass slippers? Oh,
Ooh, my
that's
favorite
why.
format. My favorite format to play. So this is something. What's your favorite format, Mike, to play? Like old school format.
Oh
If
God!
you could, go have a time machine, go back and play.
See, I never really played in any of the old school formats. Oh God, I really have to think here.
I can tell you right now for mine if you want me to.
I know what yours is.
What
yours
is
yours is gonna be either goat or chaos.
Wrong.
Okay.
You're actually wrong on that.
Is
You're
it
close.
Dragon Warriors?
Mm-mm.
Dad?
Nope. 2012.
What format was 2012?
Rescue Rabbit.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Rescue Rabbit and sectors, windups. That was my prime.
You are the worst kind of person.
I'm the type of person that wants to just be like, Dokia, Lagia, set 4, pass, go. Okay, negate. That's me. That was a horrible laugh. Can you look? Oh my gosh! But what's your favorite though? You think?
My favorite old school format.
Is that format in the OCG where heraldics were actually meta, right?
Were they ever meta in the OCG?
Yeah, for like a hot minute they were.
I mean, they did get to spawn Lex of the Valiant, and if we got to spawn at the same time, the deck would have been fucking relevant.
Yeah, it was relevant in the OCG for like a couple months, like a month or two, at least. I know that for a fact. Because I was like, I know we were talking about that years ago.
Where's my heraldic build? Have I got like a new one that's kind of recent?
Hang on. I need to look up something for the history video.
That was one I was working on. It's not that one.
I
Oh,
really
the
wanna
one
sh-
I was, the one I was working on was the layer of dark heraldic.
Oh, I see. Oh yeah, you mentioned that to me. You uploaded that on your channel.
Yeah, I don't make videos, but you know, I
I think
occasionally do.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Release dates 2003. It should be. Yeah, I need to look up what the prize cards were
Old school.
for April, June. I think it was. What were they?
I don't really think I have a favorite old school format. I can't think of a format I like to go back and play. Okay, so the one format I can think of that comes to mind that I actually had fun in and I bloody well hate myself for this because I hate meta, but Zodiac. And no. And the only reason why is because of how well it synergized with Heraldics and fucking revived my favorite deck.
Okay, I'll take that. I understand that.
Outside of that, the only other one I can think of is 2013 Cosmo Blazer, where we... Well, no, I think it was before Cosmo Blazer. It was definitely 2013 because I got back into the game at that point, and I was playing Ultimate Offering Gadget with Shockmaster.
Ooh.
And I loved that deck. And then there was like Ultimate Offering ban, Shockmaster ban. I was like, rip. But then I built Heraldics.
I'm trying to find what were the prize cards for the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds tournament right now. What were they? Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship prize cards released. Like, what were they? Let's see here. Oh, we have to watch something here in a second. I don't care if I get a strike for it. Let me look this up quickly. This is really funny. I found this on YouTube.
Out of curiosity, how many Cinderella and Pumpkin Carriage would you end up running?
Probably 3.
You would definitely run 3 Glyph because it's a fucking terraforming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming 3 Iron Hands and 3 Iron Knight.
Yeah, I mean for right now
Okay,
until we
so
get more stuff. Mike,
how many? How many glass slippers? Because it kind of just recycles itself.
probably 2 or 1.
2 seems like a good number. You'd definitely be running 3 castle.
Yeah, well, Stromberg, yeah. And
Yeah,
then the 3 of the searcher to search it out because everything revolves around it. So yeah, and
yeah,
then
and you run triple tower.
I would run double, not triple. Double.
You would run triple terraforming and triple glyph, and then 3 of this because
That's
if
too
you
much.
well, no, because if you're also going down the lines of running invoked, you run triple meltdown, don't you?
If you would decide to go down that route, then yes, you would run triple terraforming. If you want to go down that route.
Would you run triple meltdown or just 2?
2.
So 2 meltdown. I'm
And
assuming
maybe even
3
the reverse stage. What's the one that gives your opponent 1 and you get 1?
set rotation.
Yeah, maybe one of those since you're doing something weird like that. I've never been a fan of running multiple field spells in decks. It never seems to work out for me for the most part. Unless I'm running like ancient, I'm able to go into Ancient Fairy Dragon. Like, besides that, I've never had luck with it.
I'm assuming only 1 Hextrude, right?
Correct. Ooh, there's the price card right there.
The level 8 2600 one. I assume you'd only run 1 of her. There's only need to run
one.
multiple.
There's only need you would run her. I would run her, but I would only run, like you said, 1 of her.
Yeah. It's like, the moment I heard about it, it's like, okay, it's good.
But you
Why
don't
do you
run,
run more than 1?
No, you run 1.
You can special it out with the Golden
Strong
Castle. Yeah. Why do you want more than 1 of her? Thing is, with the Golden Castle, it's able to special everything.
Well, you know what cards we're missing, I think, from that deck? We're missing the Little Red Riding Hood archetype for it, right? That was a thing he played.
Isn't the Red Riding Hood archetype Rebecca's?
I thought it was his. Because that's a German tale. The Little Red Riding Hood is, I thought, a German, like, tale.
No, it definitely belongs to him.
No. I mean, like, in storytelling.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it belonged to Leon.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll never forget the one woman that abducted Grandpa in that episode. That was hilarious. I want to date him. Grandpa felt so.
Leon deck. Let's have a look at what's missing. Oh, well, oh my god, wait. If we're getting Leon's... Oh my god.
We're getting
Please.
We're getting the Valkyries in another set with the blue eye stuff.
Are we generally?
Yeah, they've already announced it with a Mistress of the Time Goddess. I mentioned that in the video earlier. Like, I'm going to build that deck. I've been wanting that deck to come out for gosh knows how long. I love the Valkyries. I'm gonna be literally when I play that deck, I'm gonna be like doom 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 doom.
Okay. I might have to come back.
You gonna play Valkyries?
If we generally get that
Look
archetype.
it up. I'll show you here in a second. Let me look it up. Yu-Gi-Oh! Release date is okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, why this is gonna play? Don't play.
Oh my god. Wait, how are they going to do it? Because Time Goddess is broken as fuck.
It's going to be working with the, probably the Valkyries. So it'll have to be like something like, if you have all the Valkyries on the field at the same time, activate Time Goddess and skip your opponent's next turn. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I'll show you here. I'll bring it up for everybody to see, because if people don't know this is something we all need to know about. What we got here? It says, I've been using a deck for Egyptian God deck, and it's been kind of decent at local tournaments. Just wondering if you're adding other stuff. I have not touched the Egyptian God deck in a quick minute, because there's really nothing that's come out to, like, abuse it. Can you think of anything? Because you've seen the builds I've had for that deck.
For the good cards?
Yeah, my Egyptian God deck that I build for fun. Shadows over Valhalla? What? That's it. That's it. This is it. Look.
Okay, I'm looking.
Shadows of Valhalla. It says Valkyrie, Brundenheide, Rider of Valkyries, Goddess of Rendering, Goddess, yeah, Zvil Drain, yeah, all of them. No card types
Oh,
available. It says
I might.
yeah, features used by Siegfried and Prince. Who's Ojin? Who is Prince? Who is this guy from GX?
This is one archetype I have wanted for years.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. I don't think it
says he
matters.
plays. No, it says because it says here. It says
Oh,
featuring cards using Siegfried. Okay, we know who Siegfried, but who is Prince Ojin?
Oh, him.
Who is this guy? Ojin is an aid to his justice. Oh, so he was in part of the Live Destruction series. Okay. What did he play? Their deck uses satellite deck. A satellite deck? Satellite laser beam? Was it that big? Yeah, it's this thing. I remember seeing that years ago. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a satellite deck.
Oh my god, satellite cannon's going to become meta. Calling it now.
Everybody, go buy out your satellite cannons right now. It's such a not a good card.
You don't know what the support will do to it, man.
You never know. Bring out what's satellite cannons effect now. Now I want to know since we're having satellite support. I agree. I love those Tag Force 3, 5D's Tag Force 4 a lot. Those were fun to play. But what does satellite cannon do again? Let's look it up quickly before I have to. TCG player. This is why I love you. I love TCG player and I hate TCG player nowadays. Because like everybody just buys stuff out like just so randomly nowadays. It's so
Man, like the one thing I was annoyed about with announcements regarding sites was Card Market opening itself up to worldwide distribution. While that's good, Americans fuck off. Okay, this is for the Europe players, and I don't want you doing buyouts and raise up the price in Europe because you're buying them all out and then we can't get them. Sure, it will take you 2 weeks to potentially get them, but please go away, okay? They're ours. You have your own place. Let us have ours.
Okay, how do you spell satellite cannon? Mike, I'm having a brain fart. S-A-T? L-I-T?
Hang on.
We can't spell satellite here. I feel so stupid. Game super popular ban list.
There, Skype.
S-A-T-E-L-L-I-T-E. There we go, satellite cannon. Because I know it has some old rarities. How expensive is this thing right now? Let's see if this would even be played in the deck. It's a common 15 cents. For a structure deck. Oh, it came out with structure deck. This card can't be destroyed by battle. Ooh, with a level 7 or lower monster. Ooh, so broken. Do each of your end phases, this card gains 1,000 attack. If this card attacks, its attack is returned to 0 after damage calculation. Yeah, no.
Oh, yo. Okay, so,
It's a rare in Turbo Pack, and it's an ultra rare that's $20 already. It's $20 in Dark Revelations. Dear gosh, that's gonna be like $150 when they announce this stuff, if it does anything to it. Yes, continue.
Sorry, I'm trying to. There's a Discord chat happening, and big things. Okay. Anyway.
Should I make a Discord? People keep saying I should, but I don't know what the heck a Discord is even.
I can help you set that up.
Oh, somebody donated to me £2. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie.
Wait, someone donated how much to you?
£2.
Okay, I thought you said 22. Okay, I was like, okay, cool. Good.
Thank you for the support, Jamie. I just saw that. Thank you very much, man. But, yeah, I'm just trying to think here, like...
Yeah, if you want to set up a Discord, I can help you with that, because I know what I'm doing.
Okay, then we would discuss this later on, probably this evening, if you're still awake. Because
it's currently 11 p.m. What time are you thinking your time?
Probably around 8:30 my time. 8 o'clock. 8:30ish.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That'd be like 1:30 my time. So that's in 2 hours. I could maybe do that.
Yeah, if not, we could do it tomorrow. If you're available, man.
Yeah.
We can schedule it for this time tomorrow. Or 5 o'clock. We'll do it tomorrow then, because tomorrow I don't have much going on here at work.
I don't mind being awake at 1:30, dude.
All right, so we would try.
I'm probably gonna be awake anyway.
Because you have to explain, because like people keep saying I should make it, and I'm like, what's a Discord? I don't even know what a Discord is.
Okay, So basically, Discord is done via browser as well as a. So you open up in a browser, or you can download it. Then it's a tab on your hotbar, and you can set up different text channels and voice channels that people can use, and you can set up roles that certain people can have, and then you can set up specific chat channels or voice channels to be only accessible to certain roles. That way you're able to restrict people who don't have a role just from being able to type in it or go in it. And it is a lot like Skype, except it's better because it's done via browser, so it requires a lot less resources on your computer.
Oh, okay. So we'll play around with this. I would love to play with it. I just never knew what it was.
Yeah.
I'm old-fashioned. You know that. Like, I am very old-fashioned.
You're able to create a Discord channel, and then you can get a invite link, which you can set to either expire after a day or never expire. You probably want never expire, so people can continue to use it.
Yep.
And then people can join the channel, and you can end up having people have their own roles. Okay. So, say, like, for your Patreon, you can have a Patreon role, and then that person could have access to, like, specific channels that nobody else would have. So it could be like... So it could be like you upload a video and you give a link within there that they have access to a day or two early to watch it before it goes up on YouTube.
So the early releases of like my videos and whatnot. That I could I could definitely deal with that. Especially these deck profiles. Like I'll show you guys right now since I got this down. I'll just show you what I got done here. This is what I'm working on. It's fine.
I will say now, setting up the roles and channels and permissions it hurts your head. So I can set it up if you end up just telling me, okay, I want this role, and then whoever can end up having it. And then I want this role to have access to this channel, but I want this other role to have access to it.
Okay,
so
you can explain it to me. I did get this done though, man. Yesterday. True Draco and Bell. Yeah, I got it done finally. That's gonna be so fun.
Oh my god.
What? It's awesome. You go bring out your diagram, bring out your U-Bell, pop the U-Bell, go to your next form, then just go with your masterpiece and just pop things and just kill people and just go blah.
Okay.
That's how it works. I have so many.
If you were going to run Invoked Fairy Tale, would you run hand traps? I'm assuming 2 Ash, 2 Ghost, or would you just not run hand traps?
Hand traps.
Given the fact that Golden Castle has to banish 10.
Yeah.
Actually, no, better question. Would you bother running any traps? There's no point, right?
I mean, you could run like a small solemn package just because, but I think if I was you, I would run like, instead of running traps, I'd run 2 Ashes, 2 Ogres. Be done.
Okay. In which case, this deck is currently 2 cards short. That's fine.
And I would run maybe like 42 cards.
There's no point having Monster Reborn or Raigeki.
Yeah, there is. Run it. You draw it, you draw it. If you don't, it gets banished off Stromberg. Yay.
Okay.
It's the same thing with Upstart Goblin. I don't care if it's a 43 card deck. Run Upstart Goblin if you're banishing stuff because it's just...
If you're running Golden Castle, which has to banish 10, do you also run Desires as well? That way you can banish 20?
Gosh, no. Dear gosh, no.
But what if it's a 60 card deck?
You know, there's going to be somebody out there. I don't know who, but I probably can guess what other channel out there is going to do it. That's probably going to try to make a 60 card like Grass is Greener, freaking that deck running 3 Desires and freaking something. I just know that's going to happen and I'm just going to be sitting here going, boy, you need to do better deck building. I just get that feeling.
Also, can we just like can we just like appreciate here for a moment how fucking broken Iron Cage is as a card?
It's a good card. It's a 3 of. I'd run it. It's a 3 of.
When this card is activated, send one monster you control to the graveyard. Or if Golem Crystal Strongbark is in the field zone, you can send one monster your opponent controls to the graveyard instead. It's non-targetable removal. It's a kaiju on legs.
So good. So good. So
and then...
And you get to reborn it if it gets destroyed.
Once per turn during your standby phase, you can target one monster in the graveyard that was sent there by this card's effect. Destroy this card, and if you do, special summon that monster to your field. You can only activate one of these per turn.
Hammer raids. That's so good.
Stupid.
It is. It is. It's a good card. Like, that's what it is. It's a damn good card.
And the fact that it's so easy for you just to activate Strongberg and then get Cinderella Pumpkin, and then you just go into Alistair the Meltdown Invoker, and you end up having an instant 3 Link 2, and you've already got a +2 off of Strongberg. It's ridiculous.
That's what tunes need.
Oh my god. Imagine if tunes got more support.
Imagine. Because that's all we can do, imagine with tunes.
So 2 Meltdown, 2 Invocation, 2 Glass Slippers, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Raigeki, 3 Terror.
Run Upstart. Run Upstart.
Then it's a 41 card deck. No.
Run it. I'm telling you, Mike. I don't care. Run it.
I'm not running a 41 card deck with Upstart.
Okay, if you're going to run 40, that's fine, but, well...
I
thought you were going to make it like a 43 card deck. That's what I thought.
Oh, no.
Okay. If you're running 40, then no. That's fine.
If I'm going to bother, I'll probably do like 45, just to add in this whole Solemn Brigade, but I don't want to.
No problem. Okay.
So 3 Iron Cage, 3 Terror, 3 Gone Castle, 2 Meltdown, 2 Invocation, 2 Glass Slippers, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Raigeki, 1 Hextrude, 2 Ghost Ogre, 2 Ash, 3 Iron Knight, 3 Hans, 3 Glyph, 3 Pumpkin, 3 Cinderella, and 3 Alistair. Okay. And then extra deck, Dragon Buster, so you can side in those Ghost Reapers. 2 Macabre, 1 Raging, because you do have Gleef to Phantom Bad as a legitimate target to banish to summon this.
Yeah. That's true.
Dweller, Baguska, Utopia, Lightning, Tornado Dragon, Alistair, Boreload, Decode, Heavy Metal Foes, 2 Tales of the Noble Knights, and Nightmare Goblin.
Do you have Sayuja?
I have not got Sayuja because what are you summoning to get 4 monsters to get the full effect? And you're already banishing 10 cards from your deck anyway, so every time.
That's true.
Strongberg.
If you were running Scapegoats, then I'd say check in.
If I was running Scapegoat, I'd put it in an instant.
I mean,
yeah.
Heck, Mike, I was able to make Sayuja with Blue Eyes Shining Dragon deck, and it worked. I can't believe it. It worked beautifully.
Sayuja kind of revived DDD, which is nice to see.
It is. It's a good card. I wouldn't be surprised though if that's the first Link monster that ever gets banned though. It's such a broken card if you get it out. It's more broken than Boreload, I think.
I mean, youthful monsters draw 4, yeah.
And get extra normal summon.
Yeah.
Just because I can. Like, yay. And it's a big body. Like it's when I first saw that card, I had to do a double take, and I've only done that a couple times in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like, what? And then I looked at the recommendations. I was like, Scapegoat's at 3. Okay. And I can go Link Karibo. With Scapegoat, go into like Proxy Dragon, and just 1 Scapegoat, or, some of that nature. Or like Link Spider, because I can go Link Karibo, Link Spider, some other shit. But yeah, it's so easy to make. I love it. I love that card to death.
What's your opinion on number 27, Dreadnought Battleship? Dreadnought.
Good, but overhyped.
It's a generic rank 4 that gets you into any rank 10 monster.
Yes, but let me ask you this.
You summon a 5,000 attacker for free.
Okay. tell me that's pretty easy to get over nowadays. They could ogre it. They could do stuff to it. There's a lot of stuff they could do to stop it. It's good. Like I said, it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. But it's overhyped right now. Really.
Imagine imagine going into Magnus with this thing.
It's funny. But, like, will Magnus have any of its effects? Is it use the carrier as equips?
You don't need to use any of the super quantums for it. You can just summon it, and it gets the effects based on the amount of materials.
So, does it get the materials
So if
from
you
the
make
carrier? From the ship?
You don't.
So it's just a
you
Magnus.
don't
With,
attack.
it's just a Magnus with nothing, right?
No, because you summon Dreadnought,
Okay.
and you summon it using 5 level 4s, and then you just drop Magnus on top, and you get every single effect.
5 level 4.
Or 4 level 4s even. So sorry, 4 level 4s, because this will then count as a material. You drop Magnus on top, and it's 5 materials and gets every effect.
I'm just trying to think of a consistent.
Or is it 6 materials?
Yeah, but you gotta think here, Mike. How consistently are you gonna have 4 level 4s on a field? And
Okay, sorry. So, 5 level 4s, plus going into this, dropping Magnus, you didn't get every effect.
that's very situational. Very.
Okay,
situational.
but think...
If you get it off, yeah, that's good. If you get it off, that's good. But then
You know for a fact it's going to be a deck that can just spam that out. Like, Light Swarms could probably get out that many level 4s easily.
Light
like-
Swarms are the only deck I could think of that could do that.
I could probably find... If we still had Zodiac... Oh
yeah.
my god.
It would work with Zoo. It would. But we don't have Zoo.
Actually, no, wait. Would it? I mean, hang on. I'm trying to think. There's the Star Staff engine you could use. So, normal Scepter, Special Sovereignty, get a draw, search, Special Sovereignty, get a draw. If you draw a Scepter, you special. That's 4. If you're into making Seraphonite... Actually, no. Because Seraphonite would take up the extra deck zone. You double summon?
That's really gimmicky, though.
Okay, but I mean...
it
yeah.
works. Yeah, I mean,
you literally just need 3 cards, double summon a Scepter and a Sovereignty, and hope you draw into another Scepter.
I mean, I think the one that's going to be used the most is Super Dora. Dora the Explorer. I think that one's better than the...
The Magnus?
5 level 4s. 5.
It's not difficult.
Yeah, but it's a lot of resources you're using.
For a boss monster that your opponent just can't deal with.
That's what people said when Super
Besides
Quantum Magnus
Kaijus.
first came out. And look where it happened since then. Nothing.
Okay, but the thing is, the only way to summon it then, realistically, was in Super Quantums, and unless you open up the perfect hand, you bricked and you didn't summon this thing.
Yeah, but still 5 level 4s, and there's a bunch of things that can negate it. It's good. It's good, but it just screams gimmicky to me. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it get play. It's gonna have play in the meta, but it's not going to be top tier meta. Like you're gonna see it. Like I'll play in a couple decks, but Dora is probably the better one to run because Dora takes less resources to make, and it's just gonna be a little bit more useful. That's the one you would go into more often because committing 5 level 4s to a board when I can make Sauja and do other stupid stuff. Because Magnus, what's the Achilles of Magnus? Hey, I could just go Kaiju. Have a Kaiju. Oh, you made that? You invested all those resources? Kaiju. And Kaiju...
Or more. It is unaffected by... Oh,
Isn't
no, hang on.
Yes.
No, Kaiju's non-target.
Because that's, remember, that was the big thing of Magnus, because right around the time that Magnus came out, like a couple months later, people were playing it in fun decks, and then SEMO and everybody started figuring it out, and everybody else in the world started saying, hey, we can use Kaiju's to get around problematic cards. And then Magnus just went off the face of this earth.
Plus, I mean, Super Quantums were like...
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good card. Good card, we'll see play. It will be good, but I don't think it's as good as people hype it up to be. The hype has never been real with some cards. There's a lot of good cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That have been hyped up throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history, and they never reach that hype. They're good.
The main reason Magnus fell off the face of the earth, and I don't think it was down to kaijus. It was
Hard to make, number
personally.
one. Hard to make, number one. Number one, hard to
That,
make.
I mean, okay, it was hard to make, but I mean, the reward if you did is amazing. But honestly, the reason why, for me personally, is one reason really. The ban list hitting E-Telly and reasoning to 1.
Even
That
before.
deck used 3 reasoning and 3 E-Telly. They both went to 1, and it hindered the deck's consistency immediately.
Blame Cosmos for that.
I do blame Cosmos. I hate Cosmos.
Hey, you don't like Star Wars? What are you saying?
I love Star Wars. I just don't like Cosmos.
I understand that now. Let's look at the prices of cards right now. I want to do that because I have a couple more minutes. So let's see here, Yu-Gi-Oh prices. I want to look at some of the most expensive cards in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Let's do that.
The most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh card is a
Crush
Black
card?
Soldier prize card.
Okay. I'm talking about TCG Player. That's what I'm looking at right now. So let's see here. The best-selling card right now is a Call from the Grave on TCG Player.
Why am I not fucking surprised?
And Waking the Dragons #2 at $1.70. Why? Like, Waking the Dragon is a good card that I was telling friends about. They're like, yeah.
Blame Simo. Blame Simo.
The third is Red Reboot, Troy Mare stuff, Sekka of Light, so stuff out of the recent set.
You could. Here's the thing. When you just blame Simo for Waking the Dragon, because honestly, like,
It's
that
good.
card is. It's good, yeah.
But it's
I mean-
situational as hell. Like, you can get it off, but
Well, okay, it's yes and no, because one, if you run it and you put it in your back row, your opponent ends up destroying it, you get a free summon, your opponent then doesn't want to go ahead and destroy back row because they don't want to give you a free summon, and end up having to play around it. However, if you're not playing it, your opponent could think you are when you have set back row, and therefore try to play around it, and then they end up being trundled or bottomless.
how much is a case of Secret?
So,
I have a question, Mike. How much is a box of Secret of Eternity over there in Europe? That's the set with the Necros.
You mean Secret Forces?
Yeah, it says Secrets of Eternity. No, what? Somebody put a booster. Oh, it's a booster case. It's a case. That's my bad. But why is Vice Dragon promo from Raging Tempest $900?
How am I meant to know? People are stupid.
Why is that $900? Like, is there something I don't know? It's a
Secret
promo?
Booster box. Okay, so on eBay, a booster box of Secret Forces, lowest price. How are you still this price? Okay, first edition booster box, new and sealed, of Secret Forces, £70, which converts to I'm gonna say that is $95 US. And
Not that bad.
okay, my conversion is fucking on point.
Fortress Whale is still $200.
My conversion is on point. US dollars, like $69.90 of 90p even is $94.69. My conversion is on point.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how I'm so good at conversion. I just am. I just do it in my head. And 70 British pound is 94.82 USD. I don't know why a booster box has so much.
Why
You
is
send
the
you
Zombie
isn't-
Madness structure deck on TCG Player $200? Why is this structure deck that was a horrible structure deck worth $200?
I'm waiting for stream to catch up so I can see what structure deck it is.
Zombie Madness structure deck. First
I'm
deck.
just waiting for stream.
I'm like
I'm just
about to
waiting.
scream my head off. Why is that $200? I don't care. Those are still at Walmart. I swear to this day. I could pick those up 2 years ago from
that
Walmart.
thing. I remember buying that. Jesus Christ.
Retro pack stuff is always expensive. That's what it is. Championship.
I can't believe they used to
Emperor-
make structure decks so fucking bad.
Emperor of Darkness display with all the structure decks from Emperor of Darkness, the Monarch structure deck we got like 2 years ago, is $130 for a case. It's not that bad actually.
$130 for a case. That's 12 structure decks, and each one costs like what, $10? So 10 times 12 does 120 plus shipping. 130 seems kind of fair.
Why is Blastsphere worth money?
Because out of a case, you get what, 4 complete decks that you could sell and make your money back off of easily. Well, at least you could at that point.
This
So-
needs to go down in price. This Cyber Dragon Dual Terminal stuff. Stupid. Let's go for number 8. I'm looking just scrolling through stuff, seeing what prices are. High Speed Riders, $95. What's left in there? Omega got reprinted. How much are Omegas now? That's my question.
I don't know.
Anti-Regeki Tournament Pack 3, $66. 66666.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Psy-Frame, Lord.
Somebody
Yeah.
put So what's the mark of the devil? 4 6s?
No, 3 6s. 666.
Somebody put Anti-Regeki for the price of 666.66. Why?
So, Psy-Frame Lord Omega over here, from Battles of Legends Like Revenge, is like £4.30. That's like $7.
Oh my gosh.
What set did it originally come out of? I can't remember. Oh, High Speed Raiders. High Speed Raiders. Because that's when I also got another duality print. £11.50, so $15. $14, something like that. For High Speed Raiders First Edition. Omega. Why is Omega so low? It's like the best synchro in the game.
So how much is it right now for both of them?
Like $7 for Battle of Legend and like 14, 15 for High Speed Raiders, both first ed.
They made. Oh, I see. I didn't know they made a Chthonian soldier action figure by Mattel.
This doesn't surprise me.
Chthonian soldier. I doubt half the people out there know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
That's they made an action figure of it. Dark
I've been in
Revelations
this-
4 volume. Oh my gosh.
I've been in this. I don't remember how long I've
Why?
playing this game.
Oh my gosh. So do you remember Millennium
Oh,
Box?
Symphonian Soldier. Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember
Yeah, I
Millennium?
know exactly.
Do you remember Millennium Box? Millennium Pack?
No.
The one with like the Phoenix mode of Raw, and it had like
Oh,
it had
no,
card
yeah,
demise in
yeah.
it and true name stuff.
Yeah.
I built to
Yeah.
make my God deck back in the day. Guess what a box is selling for is on TCG Player listed as? Without looking at the screen.
I mean,
Are you saw already?
I've already seen the price.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
yeah,
only
it has
got- It had card buys and spare mode, but they've both been reprinted.
all that stuff is reprinted except True Name, which is like $7 now, and I have a playset. See it, Cross Souls, DT Trish. Wow, Dual Terminal Trishes have gone down so much.
Now that we've had Legendary Collection Kyber, I really cannot wait for their next one because I know the next Legendary Collection has to be Legendary Collection Zexal, right?
I think it's gonna be, unless they do something
So-
like Merrick or something. But it's gonna be
So-
Zexal, and you're gonna get a lot. I mean, when that happens, I'm going to build a Utopia deck because I've been wanting to build that with like, whatever that is. Like even if it's a year or two from now, I want to build that.
Once we get it, I seriously hope they hollow out the heraldic stuff.
I know.
I swear to God, if they print all of it in there as fucking common and rare, I am going to flip my shit. It's like, I'm sorry, this is the archetype of fucking,
You know what
was
they're
the...
gonna do? You know what they're gonna do, Mike? They're gonna make Heroic Genome number 8 the only hollow in the entire thing. They're gonna rarity bump that and make everything else common.
Number 8 is shit. It was so good back in the day.
It was actually a
so
decent card. It's still a decent-ish card. Like if you are going against an Exceed-based deck, but besides that, it's not that good anymore. Like, unless you're ranking up into the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, you just use number 18, because that way when it goes to the grave, you get the effect.
Yeah, I agree with that. Nowadays, we
yeah.
use that because that's just a revival thing.
It's like, oh my god,
That
number
card is so
18
good.
is so good. Like, it got better with link summoning because you can just because it's a light. If you get another light on board, say Photon Thrasher, you can link off into Hyperstar, trigger 18, ditch 2, banish Unicorn, special it back. It's just like, I'll take a free 2700 beater now. Thanks.
So let's talk about this because people are asking about it. What do we think about those new dragon fusions? Those new like forms of the dragons.
You mean fucking JD and Dark Armed?
Dark Arm, Chaos Emperor, stuff like that. People keep asking about that.
Chaos Emperor. I
It's
haven't
good.
read about.
It's good. The Chaos Emperor is the one good one
The
out of
Trishula one's so no. The Trishula one is terrible.
Mhm,
They're all terrible. And the only reason they're terrible is because they fucking require dragons for their effects.
Yep.
And in what deck are you going to be playing that has dragons? And don't fucking say Blue Eyes because you're not summoning Blue Eyes.
No.
Okay, if you're fucking using Blue Eyes to fusion into something, you're gonna summon out fucking Blue Eyes Armored Dragon to go into Shining. Okay, there's no reason you would summon the Fusion Trishula by using 3 Blue Eyes. Plus, it's better just reveal, summon alternative, and sync off into Spirit. Just no, you're not summoning Trishula. Trishula doesn't hit the field. It hits the other places that the other Trishula doesn't. Which, okay, fair enough, I see why, but at least make it good and not require dragons. All of them require dragons for their effects, which makes them terrible because besides the Dark Armed one, which it's generic rank 7, so you can make it in Red Eyes. It's the only place that card is going to have a home. It's not going to have a home in Blue Eyes. You have no level 7s. Why are you going to make it? It's not going to have a home in Dark Magician. It has no dragons.
Yep.
So it's specifically made for Red
you
Eyes.
have Eye of Timaeus that can go into one that's a dragon, but that's like beside the point. That's like poking hairs out. That's not.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, but there's this card you could do this play with. Yeah, but why would you? Because it means you're building your deck badly.
Exactly.
If all they had to do was not restrict them by needing dragons. If they didn't require dragons and it was just, you summon this, you get the effect, they would actually be good. Like, and with the Dark Armed one, why on earth does it say, if you have exactly 5 darks in your graveyard, you can exile summon this using 1 dark monster, 1 level 5 or higher dark or whatever it is. Surely those kind of summoning restrictions or whatever, or requirements, is meant to make them easier to summon, not harder. It's a generic rank 7. You can summon it with 2 monsters instead of having to have 5 to use 1 that's level 5 and up to summon. Unless you just want to summon it with 1 Red Eyes. But that still involves having to fill up your grave with 5 darks. So, like, why? It makes no sense.
He's literally explaining exactly what I would say, so that's why I'm being quiet right now, if you guys are wondering, because I agree with him on all these points. 100%.
And here's the thing. I don't play the fucking game. And I know this.
I feel like they were just for nostalgia purposes. That's all they were. And they were horrible.
Like, okay, it is cool. The artwork is amazing. But why on earth have they remade these old cards from like early 2000s? Trishula wasn't early 2000, was it? Yes, it was. Wait, when was Trishula? Late
2000s.
Yeah.
Late 2000s, early 2010s. I think it was. It was
like
it was before 6
So 2008 was Dark Armed. So, and now we have a Dark Armed XZ. That is sick. The artwork is sick.
Oh, I agree.
The restriction is too much. It's like this. The XZ needs to be better than the original Dark Armed. Otherwise, we might as well just play Dark Armed, and no one plays Dark Armed. So,
I agree.
It's although the one thing I will say is due to them wanting to release these, and I highly doubt they will, but I can see Dark Armed moving to 2 and I can see Trishula moving to 2.
Oh yeah.
Because they're gonna, and I like for okay. So Darkhound can be moved to 2 for the simple reason no one plays it, and it's not going to revive Dad in any way, shape, or form. It will not revive it,
No.
and if it does, guess what? There's no date on the fucking ban list. Just put it back to 1. Fair enough. We understand why. Like, they just need not do stupid shit with the ban list. That's all they need to do when they do emergency ones like that. Like, they have to make sense. And
I agree.
with Trisha,
Can we just have dates on the ban list again? I'm
Plus,
not gonna start on this. I'm just getting sick and tired of not having dates. It's like, can you just give me like? I'm happy they gave us general like time frames, but they're not even sticking to that anymore. Like they say, no sooner than April.
have you not seen the update to the Forbidden List? Did you not see what they like updated on it?
They haven't come out with a new ban list yet.
No, but no. They haven't come up with a new ban list, but they did update the text about
Grand Soil.
the when it. No. They updated the text for when we should really expect a new ban list.
Oh well, tell me.
So
about
they
this.
put
I didn't
here
know this.
the next update after this will be no sooner than April 2018. This February 2nd, 2018 list will apply to all Latin American national championships. So we know for what ban list. So we know for what event this will apply for. So that actually gives us more of a time frame for when we can expect a ban list.
Which is when exactly?
Well, this list applies to all Latin American national championships. So whenever those end, we can expect a new list.
So sometime in June, it looks like.
Yeah.
That's when
So
nationals
we
are.
have. So we have way more of a time frame, which, while it's not like great, it's a lot more helpful than just no sooner than X date. At least they're updating it to say, okay, we understand you want a new ban list, we haven't updated one. That's because the format doesn't really feel like it needs one. You guys are enjoying it. There's
Agreed.
So here's a little, we're going to throw you a bone. Here's a little bit of subtext communication, because I don't know if they announce this anywhere besides here, but hey, this is going to be in effect for all the Latin American National Championships. No need to worry. We're not going to drop a new list. No need to edit your decks drastically. Go and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I agree with that. Like, because the format's good right now, I feel like. I mean, people may complain about True Draco and all pendulums, and I'm like, it's not. There has been 10 million worse formats than this. It's actually pretty healthy.
What do you think they're going to end up hitting? Are they going to hit Astrograph Sorcerer to 0, or are they going to hit the Metal Foes link to
Astrograph?
Like, yeah.
Well,
do you think they're going
to... Because Metaphors is going to get reprinted in the 10s, probably.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to put Astrograph to 1 or put it to 0?
Uno.
You think they're going to put it to 1? Okay. Yeah.
Because what is it in the OCG right now? What is it in the OCG?
I think it's... I don't know. I don't look at the OCG, dude. Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG list. This is the most Yu-Gi-Oh! My internet search history's had on in fucking ages.
I gotta get going here soon, though.
Yeah, no, I get that. Effective. Okay, cool. Thanks. Well, don't just give me this one. Okay. Okay. Well, Astrograph doesn't look like it's banned. Is it a one?
I think it's at 1.
No, it's not even at 1.
You know what they could do instead of hitting like Astrograph? Can we just hit Linecore Lucinia?
Yeah, that kind of needs banning. No, Astrograph is at 3 in the OTG. Okay.
So, can we just hit Linecore Lucinia? Like,
to stop the stupid OTK, sure.
You stop that and the deck is like fine. I'm fine with the deck if you hit that. You just need to get rid of that OTK and I'm fine with the deck. True Draco, I'm fine with. True Draco is easy enough to get around. Kaiju the damn thing.
Right, but like it's Konami, and then you end up having to look at the whole entire argument between, oh, well, what is the issue here? Is it Magical Explosion or is it Chicken Game? Well, it's Magical Explosion. It's a one-off, and you're just super thinning your deck. Sure, Chicken Game gets you there, but it's Magical Explosion that does it. If you get rid of Magical Explosion, Chicken Game's not an issue. So why not hit the problem card?
Honestly, I agree with the Chicken Games hit, though. That was getting kind of stupid. I hated that card. So,
Okay, hitting it to 1, right, but hitting it to 1 is a lot better than putting it to 0 and then banning Magical Explosion. Because it means that you have maximum of 4 in your deck, because 3 pseudo space and 1 chicken game. Now, they also hit pseudo space to 1, that means you have 2, and that would be fine, right? Because it's not being super abused, and your opponent also gets to turn it off.
yeah.
And you get rid of Magical Explosion, it's no longer an issue, because the OTK is gone, and the whole entire deck is, and then that whole entire deck is dead, and the chicken game just becomes a draw card. It doesn't become this super overpowered, abusing spell card to OTK your opponent.
That is true. I mean, I mean, honestly, I don't know what they're gonna do in this list because the format's so healthy. I'm okay with the way it is. Like, just need to get rid of the OTK.
Lucinia will be banned. Astrograph will go to 1, even though, like, even at 1, it's still a problem, and you can still loop it, but it's less of a problem than it is at 3. So,
I put Joker back to 2. Or
Joker's
1.
not coming off the list. Joker's not coming off the list.
It's at 2 in the OCG, or 1, isn't it?
They also have 2 Stratos, and we have 0. What's your point?
Some days I love the OCG, some days I hate it.
They also have Heavy Storm, and they have Harpy's Feather Duster.
That's
What
why
is
I
your
hate
point?
It. That's why I hate it.
Yeah, but we got judged. Okay?
We got Hey Trunade.
Fuck off. That card is so bad. Astrograph to 1, they're going to ban Lucinia. I feel like True Draco are going to take a hit in some way, form, or another. It's either going to be a diagram or Masterpiece or both.
It's going to be Diagram, not Masterpiece.
I'm really surprised they left Terraforming at 3 still. I don't know if Terraforming will be hit.
I highly doubt that Terraforming is going to... It'll get hit to 2, if anything. But it's not going to get banned. It's people are like, oh, it's going to get completely gone. I'm like... With how much they've been pushing field spells over the last few years, I doubt it's going to get banned.
The only issue I have of Terraforming is I completely love it as a card.
Yep.
But Terraforming was made way before all these field spells. And field spells just keep getting better and better, and then Terraforming becomes more and more of an issue. And then they don't address it, and they're leaving Terraforming free, which is fine, but then they don't address the field spells.
Because people have wanted Terraforming hit ever since Cosmo Town.
Yeah, and I can't blame them, because you had 6 in the deck, and then if you're running pseudo space, that's 9, and then if you have a dedicated searcher for the field spell, that's another 3, so that's 12. And 12 searches in the deck for 1 card is ridiculous.
I think they're just going to hit it to 2, if anything.
Like, the thing is, we have Metaverse, and it's a slower, somewhat arguably better terraforming.
Better?
Because... No. It's better for 2 cards, and this is, 3 cards, and it's fucking stupid. But 1, you can summon Summon Breaker, and the way it works is if your opponent, you let your opponent summon twice.
I know what that card is.
Yeah, you let your opponent summon twice, you use Metaverse, activate it, and it still counts the 2 summons that have already happened. So, it's really good. 2, the Seal of Void Kalkos, because why not?
And that's why I do this.
And 3, Necro Valley.
Yeah, that's the main one I was thinking about. But I don't run Terraforming Necro Valley. I have Commandant already, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can have 6 in your deck, and then you could use Terraforming, get Necro Valley, then summon Commandant.
Why would I want to summon number 21 beater? I'd rather set a Spy.
Okay, but say you don't open Spy, and you open up Terraforming Commandant.
No, I'm going to summon Recruiter. I know that deck by inside out, Mike. I know it. You don't.
Oh, okay. Let's just go with this hypothetical situation where you don't get Recruiter, you don't get Spy, you have Commandant Terraforming. You go Terraforming, you get your Necro Valley, you activate it, you summon Commandant, you have a 2100 beater, and then you can just stay there with your 2100 and just draw until you get your Spy or your Recruiter. There are times when that's going to come up, and you know for a fact I'm right. Plus, Spy is now like a 2 of in the deck, isn't it?
I'm ending this video now before I get shot. No, it's a 3 of, man. Always a 3 of. Always will be a 3 of.
Unless they
Spy,
come out with a better spy.
and then you're probably going to run it as a 1 of or 2 of still.
Yeah, probably a 2. But
Yeah. But yeah, spy is a 3 of. It's the backbone of that deck. It will always be the backbone of that deck. They just need a way to be able to get it on the field right away. So that's, set down, face down right away. You need a card like that. But I'm going to end the video.
So,
yeah.
okay.
I got to end the video
Okay.
because I got to get back to work here soon. But it was nice talking to all of you guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. And thank you for Mike for coming on. We'll try to bring him back on later down the road. Hopefully, maybe we can bring other people on as well.
You had one coming on. It's weird talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, but yeah. And I'm guessing is now, if you end up wanting me to come back as your editor, I'll see what I can do to help you.
I could really use that.
Because watching you attempt to edit was painful. I'm just like, well, I don't know what you're doing, and yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not a good editor, man. You know that.
I'm not blaming you. Also, I seriously want to try and sit down with you and teach you how to use Sony Vegas because it's generally the far superior program, and once you get the hang of it, you would love it, and it's so easy to use.
All right. I mean, if you want me to use that, that'd be fine. I just need somebody to teach me. I need a course lesson.
Yeah, you would only need to really know the basics, which I can easily do because I can just show how I edit or something. Actually,
All
I could probably just record a video editing and showing you how to do it. I don't know. I'll think about it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, man, and I'll see you all later. Take care, everybody. I'm going to end the stream now, but
No worries.
no problem.